Guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tinu, and I'm back with another video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about my top 10 Middle Eastern purchases for the year 2024. And I'm talking about fragrances that I tried and tested, not fragrances that I just sprayed once and that was it. Fragrances that I won on multiple occasions that I can honestly tell you the sillage, projection, and longevity, and how these fragrances have really been working in my collection. And these are all new releases. They're not 2023 or anything. They are all 2024 releases. If this kind of video is what you like, then please give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Tinu. I'm a lover of fragrance, beauty, and lifestyle. If that's the kind of video that you do like, please consider subscribing to this channel. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you guys so much for your love and support. And thank you guys so much for clicking on my thumbnail. Now, if you guys would like to see what are my top 10 Middle Eastern fragrances that I've amassed for the year 2024, then please keep on watching. Now, these fragrances are not going to be ranked because it was so hard for me to sit down and rank what was good about one fragrance versus the other. These are basically going to be just picked up, and I'm going to talk about the fragrance and we'll just go from there. If you're looking for something boozy that is delicious and decadent, that is also milky at the same time, this is the fragrance that you need. This is from Lattafa. It's called Artisan Ethnique. Now, this is a warm, spicy vanilla with some rum, and it is very woody, very boozy, a little bit balsamic as well. It has loads of cinnamon, it has rum and some caramel and some praline. That's where you get that chocolatey latonic goodness from. This fragrance is just a beautiful beast mode fragrance. When I say this fragrance lasts for 14 hours, I kid you not. I'm not lying or bullshitting with you. This is absolutely a beast. This is so great to layer with other fragrances. Like if you have another fragrance that you're trying to layer with this, like Vanilla 28 from Kayali, it's a great combo with this fragrance. And the sugar note in here is just to die for. It's very sweet, very delicious. That cacao note gives it all the goodness that it deserves. This was a fragrance that I should have got a long time ago. I've been like trying to figure out if I wanted it, but when I tried it, I wore it for so many weeks and I absolutely could not stop wearing it. I had to put it down. I was like, Tinu, you have loads of fragrances that you need to try. Put down this fragrance. I know you love it. I know everyone loves it. When you talk about compliment getter, this fragrance will give you loads of compliments, like compliments beyond no other. People will chase you and hunt you down and ask you what you're wearing. That's what happens when I wear this. This is an awesome fragrance. If you're looking for something like this, I will link all these fragrances down below, but this is a must-have in your collection if you're looking for a very beautiful, boozy, milky vanilla fragrance. Now, this video won't be complete without talking about this fragrance. This is, of course, Lattafa's Teriaq. This is one of my absolute faves from the Lattafa line. When it first launched in January, I got it from the actual site, paid a full 70 bucks for it. It's the best 70 bucks I ever paid for it because let me tell you, when this fragrance came and I first had a sniff of it, it was a love at first sniff. When I tell you how beautiful this fragrance is with all the apricots, the caramel, the rhubarb, this fragrance is amazing. I know there is supposed to be a letter to this fragrance, but I don't get no letter. I actually get a lot of the sweet notes from it, the gourmand notes of it, and I absolutely love this fragrance. This fragrance is another fragrance that's beast mode, will last for a bunch of hours, 10 hours plus, will actually leave a sillage in the room and people will smell you after you leave. This has garnered me so many compliments, like numerous of compliments. I've been wearing this loads of time and people have always tell me, you smell good, Tinu. And this is because of this fragrance. This fragrance is just a beauty to behold. I know people think this is a dupe to Jean Paul Gaultier, but I believe this is not a dupe to Jean Paul Gaultier because Jean Paul Gaultier is not as complex as this fragrance. This fragrance is very complex, it has stages, it has layers to it. It's not linear in any way. So I love it. I feel like it's a banger. I don't want to talk too much about it because I've talked about Teriaq so I couldn't talk anymore. And everyone knows this fragrance is the bomb, okay? If you don't know, get your hands on it, get your nose on it, and let me know how you feel about it. Another fragrance that I absolutely love is another Lattafa fragrance. This is called Yara Candy. Now this is another vanilla that's very sweet, very fruity, aromatic, very woody at the same time. It's slightly spicy, but it just gives a lot to behold. I do have a full review on this fragrance. I will link it down below for anyone who is interested, but this has a strawberry fizz candy note at the top. I think it's at the mid. And then you get that black currant at the top with some tangerine. Oh my God. When I tell you this fragrance is so unique, it reminds me of a Sour Patch Kid that is in a strawberry flavor. That's what I get from this fragrance. And it has a beautiful gardenia note to it. I swear this fragrance garnered me so many compliments. People were wondering what smelled like this because there is no other that I think smells like this. I really don't think this was duping anything as well. It's just its own fragrance that Lattafa came out with, and they did a really good job at creating this. They really created this for the girly fufu-la-las of the frag world. And I know people that are young probably will like this. I feel like someone middle-aged will like this as well. I consider myself middle-aged. I'm late 30s, but I might be wrong. Even though it's a girly fufu-la-la fragrance, I can rock with this fragrance. It's a great fragrance to wear. And it has great projection as well, great sillage. It just goes on and on for the rest of the day. Like when you spray this on yourself and clothes, it sticks on you and people are able to smell that beautiful scent. I feel like this is a suitable fragrance year round because it has a lot of depth that it can work in the winter and the fall time as well. I love it. I feel like this was an honest to God good release from Lattafa. They really did their big one with this one. Now, if you're looking for that Burberry goddess dupe that you've been looking for and you haven't found, this is the best I've come across so far. This is Angham from Lattafa. Now this will give you all the Burberry goddess vibes and more. The longevity is where this is at. Burberry goddess for me does not last a lick. It lasts maybe 4 or 5 hours and it's gone. And it's already light to begin with, so it really does not even project or do anything else beyond what it presents in the beginning. So with this one, you are getting that ginger, you're getting that mandarin, you're getting all the notes that Burberry Goddess has. You're getting the lavender, the cacao, the praline, and you're getting a beast mode spray. When you spray this, it's very projecting. You get all those beautiful notes. When it dries down, it becomes so pleasant. It becomes what Burberry Goddess is in the beginning, in the dry down. So with this one, I will tell you this lasts about 7 to 8 hours on me, which is a big difference from Burberry Goddess. Burberry Goddess is just too pricey for how it lasts. I mean, I literally paid full price for that perfume and I was disappointed with the longevity of it. I love the smell. I feel like the smell was a mass appealing smell because there is a market for that kind of fragrance because, you know, people don't like too many gourmands and not a lot of people like a lot of the woody scents, the oudi scents, but it was the scent of the year. Everybody loved Burberry Goddess for what it gave. But Angham just did the do. It actually just made everybody second guess what Burberry Goddess was given. And now everybody is looking at Angham and saying that Angham is the one. It's the OG. It's the GOAT. It is just an amazing fragrance. I'm telling you, if you are looking for a cheaper version to Burberry Goddess, I will not swear you wrong. Get your nose on this and you will thank me later. If you're looking for a fragrance that is bubbly, effervescent, girly, fufu-la-la vibes, another fragrance that I really truly love is from Paris Corner. This is called Juicy Melange. Now, Juicy Melange is a beautiful rose, lily of the valley. It has some jasmine. Oh God, this one is another one that I'm telling you, it's so beautiful. That plum note is really prominent in this fragrance. You get a little bit notes of that strawberry, the coconuts, the apple. Oof, this is a good one. This is another banger from Paris Corner. Now this one is kind of similar along the lines of Yara Candy. It's that fufu-la-la girly vibes that you get, but more elevated, more sexy, more demure. It's not just straight up fufu la la. It's just fufu la la with a lot of give, a lot of exotic vibes, you know, to it. I love this one because I feel like this is another fragrance that I said could be worn year round. It's not just for summer and spring. You can pull this out in fall and I feel like it would do what it's supposed to do. It does have some woody notes of cedarwood and some sandalwood. So that's why I say it's a fragrance that I feel like you can wear winter and fall months as well. This one too, I feel like it's a great projector. On me, it lasts 8 hours, and I feel like on clothes, it lasts even longer. It is just a beautiful scent that I feel like will be mass appealing, and I feel like a lot of people will like because it strays off from the woody territory that people don't like. So I like this new release. It was really a good one that Paris Corner did. I don't think this is duping anything else as well. I don't feel like this is a dupe to anything. So it's very unique to their brand and it's a must-have in your collection. If you're looking for a luscious, juicy, creamy pear fragrance, this is the best I've came across so far. This is Khair Confection. This is also from Paris Corner. This is a dupe to Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar by Kayali. Now this for me is the best ultimate dupe. Do you know why? Because this lasts, this projects, this smells way better than the $100 price tag of Kayali. And I can test to that because I do own the original. And when I tell you this one is just a juicy spiced pear, it also has the same vibe as La Belle. So I know people say that this smells like La Belle. No, it does not smell like La Belle. It smells like the Kayali perfume. And let me tell you something, the notes on this one do not resemble the notes from the Kayali version. This has marshmallow in here. It has sandalwood. It has cashmere, some jasmine, some ylang-ylang, some whipped cream, and that beautiful pear note. There is no resemblance when it comes to the Kayali version, except for the pear note, I believe. If not, the notes will be listed above and you guys can correct me later. But when I tell you this fragrance is just another girly fufu-la-la kind of fragrance that I'm telling you is sexy, very sexy. I'm telling you, it's not just sweet all the time. It's sweet, but it is sexy at the same time. I like this one also for year round. I feel like it's another one that I feel will project during the cold months. It will like boom out in the cold months and it will do a lot. This one is a fragrance that I can't stop sniffing. Whenever I sniff this fragrance, I always roll my eyes to the back of my head because it's just a smell to behold. It's very beautiful, very sexy, sweet, just decadent all in all. I think there's a space for this in your collection as well. Even though I've mentioned other sweet fragrances, this is something else that you can also add that will smell different and not smell similar to the other sweet fragrances I've talked about. I feel like you need this in your collection if you're looking for that same vibe with the Kayali fragrance. Another fragrance that I feel like gives me all the Latonic vibes is Lattafa's Badee Oud Noble Blush. Now this is a heavy Latonic fragrance. It has that rose milk at the top. It has some meringue, some almond. It's just an overall beautiful fragrance. I know there's a lot of controversy on this fragrance. People like it, people don't. I absolutely love this fragrance. I feel like this is a stunning release. This is a beautiful release. I feel like this gives me Delina vibes from Perfumes de Mali. I couldn't think of what it gave me vibes of initially until I put on Delina. I hadn't put on Delina for a while, so you can obviously tell that I was missing out on that Delina. It's been sitting there collecting dust. One day I actually put it on. I'm like, this gives me vibes of Noble Blush. But the Noble Blush is different in the fact that it has a milkiness to it, a creaminess to it. Delina doesn't have that creamy vibe to it. Delina for me is a little bit sharp and this is a little bit mellow and creamy. And it's just a beautiful rose milk kind of scent. This is another one that I feel like you can go nose blind to. So if you go nose blind to it, everyone else will still smell you for hours and hours and hours till you take a shower. In movement, I do get whiffs of this fragrance, so it's there. I can still smell it, but it's just not there 24/7. But overall, it's a great release. I feel like this is another good one that Lattafa came out with. I do have a full review on this. I will link that down below for anyone who is interested in seeing my full review on this fragrance. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about is another Lattafa fragrance, Brioche Vanille. This is a bread scent. If you're into that brioche, buttery goodness kind of scent, you are going to like this. Now, this is not a projecting scent. This is like a scent that's very comforting, that is a nighttime scent. It's a bedtime scent, going to shopping scent, going to the gym scent. A scent that will not overwhelm people, that will not kill somebody, that will not make people, you know, want to pass out, or people want to look at you like, ew. This is not the kind of fragrance. It is just a beautiful, gourmand, vanillic. Oh my God. It's just beauty in a bottle. And at first, I didn't get the fragrance when I first got it. It was something that I had to let sit. After it sat, I could get all the notes that this fragrance was giving me. It is not a good projector. I will say it's mild to moderate on projection. The sillage for me is not really there like others. I think moderate on sillage as well. The longevity is 6 hours. So it's not great on longevity, but I'm telling you, this is a fragrance that I don't mind spraying on and on and on. I don't mind taking this bottle with me and spraying on when I do need that smell. It's just a smell that puts you in a mood of being mellow, being calm, being in your energy, that type of feel. So I like this fragrance, and I feel like if you like all that I've said, this would be the one that you want to pick up. Next fragrance, it's just another milky type of fragrance in my opinion. Although there's not a true milky note to this fragrance, this perfume gives me vibes of Blanch Bete by Liquidee's Imaginaires. This is no other than Her Confection by Lattafa. Now, this is another fragrance. Let me tell you something about this fragrance. Now, this fragrance has something called of a mystical note. I don't know if that's a fantasy note, but it's called mystical notwithstanding. And it does have that tuberose in there. It has that cinnamon. Oh my God. It has incense, some tonka, some vanilla. But let me tell you, when you put all those notes together, you get Blanch Bete. Okay, I do own Blanch Bete, so I know what I'm talking about. They smell absolutely 95% similar. And I do like Blanch Bete. I love it. But is the price right? No. This one, the price is right, because let me tell you, I got this for $40. So if you're looking for a Blanch Bete and you do not have the money to spend it, get Her Confession, because you will not be disappointed. They smell absolutely similar. They even project the same way. They last the same way. This I will say beast mode to moderate in a way, maybe like a 10-hour wear. When it comes to projection, I feel like I would say it's moderate, and the sillage is moderate. But overall, this is another comforting set that I feel like will be great for all year round. I feel like it'll be great for the fall, winter, spring, summer, anywhere you go, even on Mars, if not. This is a great fragrance. I absolutely adore it. I feel like this was a honest to God good release, and we needed a dupe for that Blanch Bete, and finally we have it here. Her Confession is here to stay. Another fragrance that's an absolute stunner from Paris Corner that is just giving me the Italica by Xerjoff vibes is Voux Patisserie. Now, this is a dupe to Italica by Xerjoff, and when you look at the notes, this is another fragrance that you'd be like, where? It has tangerine, it has some cardamom, some saffron, it has rose, vanilla. But when you compare the notes to Italica, you'll be confused and mind boggled at how they are similar, but they smell absolutely the same. I'm telling you, this will trick you, okay? And when I say this is stronger than Italica, I kid you not. And that fragrance is over $300. I mean, you can get a gray market price, but some people pay full price for Xerjoff, and that's what you're paying for that. Let me tell you, it's very inexpensive, and let me tell you, the longevity and the projection is here. It's where it's at. It's just a great fragrance overall. It's a warm, spicy fragrance, a warm, spicy vanilla that's latonic in the smell, but does not have any latonic notes to it. I love it. I got so many compliments with this fragrance. It's obscene. People are just like literally in love with this fragrance. And when I tell them the price, they are astonished at how cheap this is, and they want to know how they can get it. It is just that good. It's something you absolutely need in your collection. If you are not willing to spend that Xerjoff price and you want to save a coin, get yourself this fragrance. Thank me later. I can't say anymore. Get your nose on it, or get your life in check. That completes this video. If you guys enjoyed this video and all the fragrances that I've listed down below, please let me know down below so we can kind of talk about it. Let me know what are your top 10 fragrances from the Middle Eastern world for this year. Are any of these that I've mentioned part of your top 10? And if you do like my selection, please leave me a comment down below. Do you agree with me? Do you think that these are the top 10 fragrances so far? Let me know. Let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. Also, don't forget to leave me your fragrance of the day. My fragrance of the day is actually Artisan Ethnique from Lattafa, and I'm absolutely loving that fragrance. I decided to pull it out again after I wore it so many times. Let me know what your fragrance of the day is. I'd like to know what you're rocking. If you haven't subscribed by now and you watched this video to the end, what are you waiting for? The subscribe button is down below. It's lonely. It wants you to click it. Subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit the post notifications so you can be notified when I post a fresh new content. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys so much for your love and support, and I will catch you yet in another video. Bye.